Hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC, and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you'd like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it get put together live, send me a message today. Alright, so we're back here tonight with the final build for the night. So it's the first build of the night and it's also the final build. But it's the second time I've been live. So, what have we got here? This is a less exciting PC because it's not a supercharged gaming PC. So it does feature the i7 13700KF. So this is an absolute beast of a CPU. With the 13th gen, basically the old specs of the i9, the 12900K, are given to the i7. So what I mean is the 12900K is a 16-core, 24-thread CPU, and this one here is a 16-core, 24-thread CPU, and the 13th gen i9 has been upped to a 24-core, 32-thread CPU. So they were like building up to it, and they've kind of given the old i9's stats to their i7. So that's what the 13700K is all about. This is a B660M Pro AX motherboard. We tried to keep the costs down, but the processing power high in this. So we'll need to do a BIOS update on this board to get it to work with our new CPU, even though the socket's the same. We just got a GTX 1050Ti for this. We have a couple of 1TB NVMe SSDs. We've got a 32GB kit of RAM. We have a 650 watt power supply, a 240mm all-in-one liquid cooler from Corsair, and we're putting it in a DP31 case. We've got a couple of extra fans here to install as well. So yeah, not the most exciting build here tonight. But anyway, let's get started. So first things first, we need to sort out this motherboard. So, BIOS update, because I guarantee the BIOS will not be up to date. Hang on, I will get you a flash drive, babe. BIOS, babe. Insert our flash drive into the BIOS babe's computer. Okay. So we have a 12700KF going in there, just temporarily. And I guess this stock cooler will do us for now, just temporarily. Why, have you not seen it? LGA 1700 stock cooler?
Yeah, but why are you putting that on it when you put...
Because we're doing a BIOS update.
What, first?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason is, babe...
I was just going to ask why.
So the reason is because we got a B660 motherboard and we got a 13th gen CPU, so the BIOS will need to be on the latest version to work with our new 13th gen CPU. Because like I was saying, that we can only get Z790 motherboards, which are the performance and gaming focused board, and it was going to cost a couple of $100 more to do that, and I didn't want to charge my customer a couple of $100 extra for no good reason. Oh. So I'm going to put that CPU and that cooler on it just temporarily, and we'll put the RAM and the SSDs in as normal, and then I'll plug in. I've got a graphics card that we can use, or I could just unbox the 1050 that we're going to use here as well. Actually, I might do that because I don't need any power cables for that. That'll just plug straight in.
Why is there blue tack on it now?
Because I've been sticking it in the blue tack there. Okay, so there's our memory. Got a couple of SSDs, so obviously we don't need the SSDs in it to do the BIOS update, but I may as well put them in right now. So we've got a couple of these silicon power SSDs. These are great. These have been great with the Black Friday specials. I've been getting them for under $90 with a 5-year warranty. 1 terabyte NVMe Gen 3 SSDs. You pretty much can't go wrong, right? Anyone who knows anything about SSD performance knows that even though Gen 4 has blistering fast speeds, unless you've got 2 Gen 4 drives and you're transferring data between them, the benefit is limited. Makes things load just a little bit faster, but you pay twice as much for the privilege, so that's the problem, right? It's one thing to go and buy the best of everything, right? You can go and do that. Or if you're looking for, you know, what makes sense from a price performance perspective, you don't need that second bolt. Things might change. And as PC prices go up, it becomes more important to know what areas you can save money on without sacrificing much performance. Okay, so we're going to, like I said, we're going to use our 1050 Ti for the BIOS update, just because it doesn't have a PCIe power cable that's required for it. There we go. Oh. Here is our lovely test power supply. So there's nothing that special about this power supply. It's just an 80 plus gold rated unit in terms of efficiency, but it does have a 10-year manufacturer's warranty, which means that our capacitors inside the PSU are of the best possible quality. So the BIOS babe has provided me with a BIOS. She needs a t-shirt. She needs a shirt. It has to happen. Okay, so to turn on our PC without connecting a power switch, we short the 2 pins that our power header goes on, which are these 2, which makes the light on our power supply turn on and our fan start spinning. And give it a second to post. It's just like we turned on a computer for the first time. Okay, so we're going to go over to QFlash, update BIOS, And we got a Z690 M Pro AX DDR4 version F21 from F4. So this will be a bit of an update. We'll get that going on. And so once we've done this BIOS update, now we can put the 13700K in here, and it's going to work just fine. And so this little bit of a stuff around on my part, this has saved the customer over $200, which makes perfect sense. Don't mind what anyone says online. But you might not get the maximum possible performance out of it if you don't have the Z790 motherboard. Trust me, it's not going to be bottlenecked in any considerable way. You won't know that anything's amiss. It's not like oh, it's only going to run at half speed or something. That's how people act. It's not a huge impact. It's the kind of thing where you're like, $200 in my pocket or $200 to spend on other components here. That gets you, a proper cooler and a better SSD, and it gets you more stuff. What's more valuable to you? An extra 1.5% performance on an already high-powered chip? Or extra money in your pocket to spend on more important stuff for your PC? I know which one I'd be prioritising. And so once this update's done, we'll go and swap over to the CPU, and we will get this cooler set up. So in this case, we have to front mount our cooler. So it's the only place that you can actually put the radiator. You can't mount the radiator to the top. There's not enough room where the motherboard is.
Echo's back.
The gecko's back. Echo's back. That's yours.
It's off!
She just I just mentioned one thing and she just yells at me.
It's off! I don't know what to do.
Unplug the webcam.
It's not even plugged in.